Okay, Merry Meet. I'm doing this video for the 15th time trying to do this. And this is to cast a basic spell or ritual. It depends on what you want to call it. So you need your tools. And for this one, there will be no candles necessary. So you gather your tools. You set them, you just lay them on your altar. It doesn't really matter right now. I'll get to the specifics in a minute. There will be no god or goddess representations necessary for this, but just since I have them, I am going to use them, and I have them on the wrong sides now. But if you don't have them, they are not necessary. You will need a crystal of any sort, or a rock of any sort, and you will put that right between your god and goddess, or right near the base at the center of your altar. Your chalice will either go with your goddess or to the left-hand side of your altar. Gotta get your athame will go to either the left hand or right underneath your god. Your wand must be touching the rock or crystal that you are using. And your pentacle goes to the center of your altar. Next, you will need some salt. I'm going to just use a tiny bit and sprinkle that around your altar. In a clockwise formation. Sort of. Well, it's not actually a clock-shaped formation, but put it on there clockwise. It's more, that one kind of, it's more shaped like a rainbow thing or whatever. And then you're going to need the spell you are using, which I do not have this one written down. So, I think I may have forgotten it. But anyways, you're going to need maybe some string. No, I don't have string. Oh well. Okay, so that's all you're going to need. Since I have my wand set up, I'm going to actually substitute the crystals because I have this one, which I use for this more often. Sorry if I'm slowing down here and there, but I have developed a slight ear infection, so I'm going to be kind of slow because my ear hurts. You're going to take a different wand or a separate crystal that is slightly pointed at the end, and you're going to use this to cast your circle because your wand is set up. So I will go ahead and cast my circle. So I've gone ahead and casted my circle, and so now we can start the ritual or spell. This setup will actually substitute for most regular setups that I have ever. You can substitute this for any setup that I have ever shown you, other than ones that will involve candles. So most setups can be substituted with my setup here. But if you have your own setup that you would like to use, you may use your own, but this is one that I prefer to use. I'm just going to add my triple goddess in, though, because I do not use that so often, so I'm going to throw that up in the right-hand corner. Now, this is actually a healing ritual, and it is designed for your altar, to heal your altar. Now, you're going to say altars don't get healed, they are a box of some sort. But this is wrong. Altars can get wounded and destroyed and weakened, because an altar in itself has its own energy. This ritual gives the altar more energy to strengthen it and strengthen your spells when you cast them. So what you're going to do is you're going to put your hands like so, you'll form a triangle with both your index fingers and your thumbs. And you'll just kind of do like this, like what I got with my hands now. And you'll kind of frame it with the wand, crystal, and pentacle. Then close your eyes and focus a projection of light coming from your mind, your third eye, or whatever you want to call it. Picture it going into the crystal, through the wand, and into the pentacle, through your altar, and back to you. So now that you've done that, you will take your athame and substitute it with your wand and put your wand where your athame was. And when you use the athame, you're actually going to change this layout a little more, and you're going to have your point like that. And I can't get my pentacle to stay in the correct order. Oh, and if you do have a statue of a goddess that is represented in healing magic, you may add that in some spot on. I add it to the right hand corner, and I'm using Bastet to represent healing and magic. Now what you're going to do is you're going to take your hands and you're going to rub them together, almost like you would when you're freezing during the winter, if you live in Maine or anywhere like that, anywhere that'll snow during the winter. You'll rub your hands together, then you'll take that energy that you're forming, and you'll touch it into your altar, like this. You close your eyes, and once again, picture energy flowing from you into your altar. And then take a deep breath. Now that that is done, you will take your wand, you'll circle, oh, my wand fell out of my hand. You'll circle clockwise and say, I bless my altar with healing energies. And you'll say that and chant that all the way around for maybe a minute and a half. I bless this altar with healing energies. I bless this altar with healing energies. I bless this altar with healing energies. So I'm not going to do that the whole time, because then people will probably turn off this video. And this video is actually probably fairly helpful for beginners. And that is how you cast a ritual without candles. And there are other forms of doing a ritual without candles, such as knot magic, and you can use string and just knot it and say a spell, which is usually done over a 9-day period, a knot a day, and you'll say the spell once a day. And then usually around the end of that period, the spell starts to affect, or sooner sometimes, or sometimes later, but you do want to hold on to the knots. And that is all that you need, and blessed